Good morning, everyone. Today we will talk about how to use the properties to multiply a decimal by a whole number. We will learn today two properties. First one is repeated addition and second is the distributive property. Let's start by the repeated addition. We will start by the shape and we want to know the value of the shape which is in front of us here. To determine the value here, before I want you to know that each rod or each column in front of you represent the place of the tenth. Place of the tenth is the first place directly beside the decimal to the right. And each small square tell you how many hundredth do we have. The hundredth place is the second place to the right of the decimal. So as you see here, I have a shape or a pattern which is repeated. Each one of them has two rods and two small square. It means it represents 0.22. How many times it's repeated? It's repeated in front of me 4 times. So if I want to make it as multiplication, it will be 4 multiplied by this value. How can I make this multiplication? By using the property of the repeated addition. It means I have to add the numbers 4 times. So if you added 0.22 plus 0.22 plus 0.22 plus 0.22, you will get 0.88, and this is the value of the shape. So the repeated addition can help me to know the total value shown in front of me by adding the number here 4 times. The second property will be the distributive property. Also here we have a shape in front of us. This shape I have in it part repeated. This part is repeated 4 times. What is the part which is repeated? I have one big square, beside it 5 small squares. The big square represent the ones place. It means the first place to the left of the decimal point. The small square represent, as we said before, the hundredth place, which is the second place to the right of the decimal point. So here the part which is circled is what? It's 1.05. I have it 4 times. So if I want to know the total value, I should multiply 4 by 1.05. How the distributive property help me to answer this multiplication? Distributive property, I'm using in it break apart for the number. What means break apart? It means the value which is 1.05, I will break it to 2 parts. One alone, the 0.05 alone. Then each one of them, I will multiply it 4 times. Let's see. So here I have 4 multiplied by 1.05, which is exactly the same like 4 multiplied by, I will break the 1.05, I will break it apart, will be 1 plus 0.05. Then I will start to distribute. 4 will be multiplied by 1, then 4 will be multiplied by 0.05. So if I multiply 4 by 1, I will get 4. If I multiply 4 by 0.05 in front of me on the picture, I can count it 4 times. It will give me 20 small square, so 0.20. Then I will add the 4 ones to the 20 hundredth together. I will get 4.20. So the distributive property help me to know the answer without using the multiplication. Okay. Now we have another example, but on this example, I will use the multiplication regularly by aligning without using the property. Like what? Here 2 multiplied by 0.53. I will align the numbers, so it will be 0.53 multiplied by 2. And here in multiplication, is it a must while aligning to put the numbers of the same place value under each other? No, it's not a must at all. It's okay, no need to align by the same place value. Put it at any place. So I will start the first step to multiply as there is no decimal. It means 2 multiply 3 is 6. 2 multiply 5 is 10. Then 2 multiply 0, no need for it because 0 on the left with no value. Then after I finish, I will count how many decimal places in my multiplication sentence. Let me count. I have here 3, it's a decimal number. 5 also is a decimal number. So we have here 2 decimal places. I will go to my answer, count from the right. 1, 2, then put my decimal. It means if you have in the question 2 decimal places, you should have in the answer 2 decimal places. So again, the steps: multiply normally by the numbers, it means by 2. Put your answer without putting the decimal. Then count how many decimal places you have in your question. Do the same in the answer. Count also 2 from the right, then put your decimal. You will get the answer. So we learned today that we can do the multiplication by using the properties as distributive property or repeated addition, or I can align the number and multiply, then after multiplication I will put my decimal. Thank you so much.